Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Eric.
Hello, everyone.
We're back for another 4 episodes of Days of Our Lives from 1984. Today, we're going to be discussing episodes that aired from February 20th to the 23rd, 1984. So I'll roll the credits and we'll get right into it. So where we left off last, we watched on Patreon that it looked like Roman showed up in a Don Craig mask to see Marlene.
Yay!
So if you want to check that out, go over to our Patreon and you can watch that along with us and see how that went down. So yeah, I almost wonder like if they just had Jed Allen playing it or if it was really a mask. Because
they had Jed. Of course, they had Jed Allen playing it.
I don't know, when he does the whole like stern face, like I could almost see it being Roman.
It's 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 the actor.
Well, like
They really fooled you well.
if it was HD, they would.
Right.
um,
Nobody makes a mask that good.
right. It, well, it is the Namaras. They make everything good.
Well, yeah, on TV, but not.
um, so Marlena is like totally freaked out. She doesn't. She thinks she's going crazy. She's like she doesn't understand like how this could be. And the whole time I'm just like, just have sex, knock her up. Like we need Sammy and Eric.
Well, oh yeah, did she come? Oh, this. Yeah, she comes right in the beginning of that episode, right?
Who, Marlena?
Roman comes to Marlena, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, she was in bed. She went to go to bed, and he came into the bedroom. Like when
Right,
we
right,
left
right.
off, we saw a figure walking up the stairs. Like they came into the house, walked up the stairs, came into the room, and then they showed Don Craig, and she was all like, "What
Yeah.
here?" But it was Roman in a Don mask.
And she didn't believe it.
No, she didn't.
She thought she was going crazy.
So as a fairly new, maybe in the last year, Roman and Marlena fan, were you happy about their reunion?
Yeah, of course. It was sweet.
Did you cry like Marlena?
No, I didn't cry. None of this made me cry.
um, but so the only one that knows, Abe doesn't know because Marlena has to tell him. Uh,
Yeah.
so nobody knows. They're having the funeral per Roman's orders. He's like hiding in the closet. People keep coming in and out of Marlena's room. And if this was me, I'd be like, get out of my bedroom. Like, why do you have to be in my bedroom? Get out.
Right, right.
I don't care if it sounds rude. I'm in mourning. Can I be naked in my bedroom? Like, go away.
I know this was confusing. I was confused because I thought Abe and stuff like were in the know, but then I guess they weren't all of a sudden.
So
So now
last
we have to retell them that he's alive.
yeah, so last week Abe quit the police department. He's not on the force anymore.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
was
Larry pissed them off.
yeah, so he's gonna do the eulogy, and he's basically his plan is to clear Roman's name during the eulogy.
Yes.
Um, Marlena is like struggling to like still look sad, but hide her excitement that Roman's alive.
That was funny. She was cute.
um, Alice suggests to Marlena maybe she would want Roman's badge at the funeral service. Um, but at the church, she asks everybody for a moment alone with Abe, and that's when she tells Abe that Roman's alive
Hmm.
and that he can't clear his Roman's name. So now Abe has to like tweak his eulogy.
Yeah.
And like even I was like cringing through this whole thing because I was just like, oh my god, who does this? Like he would have been better off.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so emotional. I don't know if I could do this and like just like not doing.
And he pissed off Sean and Bo.
Yeah, he basically was like Roman was my friend, but like how could I ignore the evidence? He was a killer. He just went down a wrong path. And I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god.
I mean, we needed the drama. We
Yeah.
needed the drama.
So we had a different Caroline. I don't know who this actress is. But I almost feel like I remember reading or seeing that Peggy McKay was in the role, and then she left, and it was this actress, and then Peggy McKay came back.
They played a lot around with roles back then, which is kind of funny because I feel like they do that now, like with Vivian's and stuff. So, I mean, I guess it's something that always happened.
Yeah, I like that was I don't know, maybe it was just more commonplace in the 80s and 90s. Like they didn't care. They would just like on a Tuesday it would be a new actress playing the role.
Mhm.
now,
Yeah, I mean,
now people are just like outraged online, and maybe they were outraged in their home and they just couldn't express it.
yeah, there was nowhere to tweet.
Yeah.
That happened with Vicky on One Life to Live too. I think her dad died in real life, so she needed off, and they just recasted her during a major storyline for like 3 or 4 episodes and got her back. It was just,
Wow.
yeah,
That kind of sucks though when there's like if there's like a situation where like it's like the climax of a storyline and they have a recast.
yeah,
Like it's there's like a disconnect and like the emotional impact.
yeah. It kind of does because you want the same actor to be in it, but
Yeah.
if they're a good enough actor, they'll make it work. You know.
Right. So then like after the eulogy, like um Sean and Bo are just like shredding Abe, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so awkward.
I know it was sad. I felt bad for Eve.
But when Abe went back to Marlena's house, it was really cute how excited he was, like to go upstairs and see Roman.
Yeah.
Got a hug.
Wait, which one, Bo or Eve, or
Abe.
both? Okay.
Well, Bo was cute too because when he came all pissed off and he saw Abe was there, Marlene was like, Bo, sometimes things aren't what they seem. And then he got that face and he was like, and he like ran up there like a kid.
Yeah, that was cute too. Other than they fought, which I was like, really?
Yeah, when they were fighting, it was literally like two like like child brothers like fighting because it was just like he's like, you're not in this anymore, you're fired. He's like, I'm fired, like you can't fire me, like I quit, like
You would never know that they're grown men the way they fight. It's ridiculous.
and somebody came over. It was Don,
I
right?
believe,
It was either Don or Al.
yeah.
No, it was Tom. Tom Horton came over.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to check on Marlena and have breakfast with her. Um,
Right, right.
but Abe was like, "Oh no, I'm doing that. Like, go away."
Yeah.
And then like you could hear them fighting upstairs, and Marlena's like, "Will you two shut the fuck up?"
You're supposed to be dead.
So then
Yeah.
they start like whisper fighting.
It was ridiculous. I'm like, really? Like, you just found out your brother was alive. Would you really fight with them? Like,
Yeah,
so
it was
silly.
almost instant. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy you're alive. This is great. And then they just start fighting.
Yeah. And
But
then Roman makes him like, he's like, okay, fine, you can do it, but you have to give everything up. Everyone, everything.
well, because he's like, Hope is a liability. He's like, she literally
Yep.
got me really killed. So like, I almost blew up. And she
Oops.
just keeps showing up. She can't leave Bo alone because she was just like, Bo. I hate this version of Hope. Like, stop being angry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm used to like cop Hope who just
Right.
will like dive into like adventure and like protect herself. I'm not used,
Same.
and I know that was very much the 80s, like the hero saving the princess or whatever.
Right, right, right.
But I'm just like, come on, this is not the Hope that I know.
Yeah, but again, she's 18. She's young.
She is 18 and
She
annoying.
needs a couple years. She needs life experience.
Right. So, we have a scene with Hope and Foxy Humdinger where like Foxy's wearing this like fur coat and she's like, oh, that's a really nice coat. It looks really familiar. I think Julie has a coat like that. And she's like, well, don't say anything, but this is Julie's coat. Like, did Doug like give Foxy like Julie's hand-me-down?
Yeah, I thought that too. And she's even like, oh, it has a story to it, or so there's a story behind it. I'm like, tell us the story. I want to know what it's about.
I mean, I'm sure it's all like retcon history, but this is where I want to see like devilish, no pun intended, Doug in the 70s when he kind of had an edge to him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can see it with the way he is with Foxy. I mean, he's pretty flirty with her.
I mean, I think his first scene was him in jail. Like he was a con man when he came on the show. I believe that's
Right. Well, Julie was no better.
yeah, true.
So
That's
yeah,
why I don't get where all this sanctimonious like attitude. Like I get they're older now and they're supposed to be parents, but like
yeah.
think about how bad you were.
The only one that could be sanctimonious is Marlena because she's an angel.
She's like, I don't care that
Apparently.
you're crazy and you tried to kill me. You're not crazy.
Right, right.
I can fix you.
Yeah.
um. So what else? Oh, so we met one of Diane's new girls because she's
Where
like.
did Diane come from?
So the story is that she went to high school with Bo.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, am I supposed to know this girl? Because I don't really, I don't remember this girl
Yeah.
who came out of nowhere.
So she's this redhead. Don't get used to her. She's gonna get recast.
Literally gets recasted like a few days later.
Yeah.
I wonder what the deal was because they didn't. They both seemed like okay actresses. I mean, the one didn't even speak, but I don't know.
So Bo, like, she gives Bo her sob story, and he like gives her his address, and it's just like if you need,
Everyone has one.
he's like if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask or whatever. So she takes it. Um, Foxy says that she brought Diane around to show that there are men out there that are good. So she's just kind of
Yeah,
introducing her to people again, like the people that she knows.
yeah, it's weird.
Um, oh, so Melissa is helping Pete study for his GED, pretty much high school diploma.
Yep. And
Um,
of course, they're not supposed to be near each other because Mickey will have a cow.
and Maggie.
Yeah,
She lied and said she was staying at Hope's apartment. She actually ended up spending the whole night studying. I guess they fell asleep studying with Pete.
yeah,
And I'm already starting to see the turn. Yeah, he still yells here and there, but I'm already seeing a softer side of Pete with Melissa because she's helping him.
right.
Have you noticed that? Like the school letting?
He is, but then he fights himself. He's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Like after he's like, nice. He's
Yeah,
like,
but
oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I don't care. I'm like, fucking Pete.
it's like it's less though, and it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I mean, by December he's a puss. So, well,
so what's his name? Chris comes home and catches them, so to speak.
mhm.
Away with Sandy at the ski lodge, having all the sex.
Oh,
Finally.
this sucks. Even though she's leaving in a month.
And he's kind of struggling with like, does he rat them out? They try to like assure him nothing happened. I kept laughing that Pete kept getting the largest city in Detroit or in Michigan wrong. He got it wrong 3 times.
That's funny. I didn't even notice.
and, and then he was like so proud of himself because he was like largest city in Georgia, Atlanta. Maybe I'm not so dumb.
God. Oh, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a soft spot for Pete. I don't know where his sister is. She like comes and then she disappears for a bit.
Yeah, right. She was on like 3 times, maybe.
Right. Um. So okay, what else happened?
Tony, Anna, Delia,
Oh, so
Glenn.
Delia needs to die. She's too smart. She has to die.
Who, Delia?
Yeah, she's like too smart. She has to die because like she immediately knew that there was wax on the key and there was wax on the lock, and that obviously Anna, it had to be Anna. And she like remembered. She was like, oh yeah, well, Alex Marshall like took me out on the terrace. That had to be when it happened, and it is. Like she has to die.
But she doesn't know that Tony is Andre.
I'm still very
Because when
unclear about that. I think Matt told
I
me.
no, I'm clear because she even said like something about Tony and being married to Anna, and Andre wasn't married to Anna, so why would she say that? You know what I mean? That's what got me, and I was like, oh, she don't know that that's Andre.
There's a detail that's gonna happen that I know about that you don't. That makes me think she does know.
Well, then she hides it very well
Yes.
because she shouldn't have said that he was married. I mean, Yeah, because Tony was married to Anna,
Yes,
but not Andre.
right.
So yeah. Well, then I guess they fucked up somewhere in the dialogue. Then.
Gene, I guess, thinks it'd be a good distraction if Marlena co-hosted one of his Lonely Hearts meetings with him. um, and Bo, Abe, and Roman. I'm like, it's too many. Um,
Don Craig.
no. In this, come up with a plan for Roman to hide in the tunnels underneath Eugene's house.
Yeah, but he was dressed like Don Craig.
Well, that was part of the plan. They needed to get Don out of the house because he came to check on Marlena.
Yeah, that was funny.
I almost feel like if Maggie wasn't in the picture, Don would totally be trying to get back together with Marlena.
Oh, for sure.
He like loves her so much.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel like
She,
that I didn't watch it all, but I feel like the only reason they broke up was because their baby died from sudden infant death syndrome.
yeah.
And I think that really like tormented their relationship.
Yeah, it's a.
And then Liz came to town. She was a hoe. Don has a daughter, right? Donna.
You told me that before, but I don't think I met her yet.
Well, she's not on because she was played by Lauren Fenmore.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Tracy Bregman, right?
Yeah,
Right.
he was. I think she was on in 81 or 82, and that was it.
Hmm.
I think it's
She
funny.
don't care about her dad.
I think it's funny that her name is Donna, like named after Don, but the female version.
Yeah. Well, wasn't the son named Don too?
Yeah, DJ Don Jr.
He really loves himself.
What else happened? Oh, so Roman, once they get everybody out of the house, because everybody will not leave Marlene alone. She's like, I just want to rest. Like everybody just go. Everybody has a key to the house, so they put like the chain lock on.
She wants to have the sex.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally skipped over it. I wanted it so bad and didn't even talk about it. They finally had sex. I'm like, yeah, Sammy and Eric are in utero.
They're there. They're a seed.
Yeah. So yeah, so once everybody gets out of the house, he puts back on his Don mask, he sneaks out the back door, and they get him into the tunnels. I guess there's like stuff in the basement that Eugene needs for his party, for his Lonely Hearts Club. And when he opens the lab, he sees Roman just there, and you're like like a deer in the headlights. And Eugene just thinks he's going crazy because he sees his dead wives, and now he thinks he's seeing dead Roman.
He flips out. It was so funny. And Marlene is just like, oh my gosh, trying to calm him down.
Right. Doing her deer in the headlights look and trying to be like, oh, you're not crazy. I know crazy. Like you're not.
It was really a fun week for Days. Like I feel like there wasn't too much drama. It was like all fun. Like even with Anna, even though they was it Alex and Gwen called her like a ditz and all kinds of shit.
Bo left Hope a note, which she'll read in the Friday episode that we're going to watch on Patreon. So if you want to see the end of this week with us, go to our Patreon and subscribe, and you could watch the Friday cliffhanger with us for this week.
Yes.
Am I missing anybody?
No, we didn't say. Did we talk about Anna and Alex? Like, or is it they were supposed to?
We talked about the
Remember, Anna found the computer and stuff, and then
oh right, so she found the computer, and
told Alex.
Tony and Delia have the room basically redecorated and moved around, so it looks completely.
Yeah. Yep.
That was pretty much that.
Oh, we found out Carrie was in Arizona. Who's she with in Arizona?
I don't know, because Marlena, I feel like growing up, I always heard Marlena's family was in Colorado.
Colorado. I know. I thought that too because I'm like, wait, they're in Colorado because even when she hid from the strangler. Didn't she go to Colorado or talked about it or something?
Yeah, I remember as a kid watching. I guess Theater Hall had like a set like vacation time, kind of like Tony Geary did. Uh,
Mm,
so whenever she would go away, they'd be like, "Oh, Marlena's visiting her parents in Colorado."
Colorado. Yeah.
um, but yeah, that was pretty much it, I think.
Let me review my notes. Hold on.
I mean, Maggie called Chris. No,
What?
Maggie didn't call Chris. Hope called to speak to Melissa to tell Melissa that Maggie had called looking for her, and she said she was in the shower. So she called
Yeah.
from Chris's. But apparently Maggie was with Sandy and they live next door or they like across the street. So like Melissa had to find a way to sneak out of Chris's without getting caught.
Yeah, right.
Like went out the back entrance and Pete went out the front.
Yeah. I know. So. Yeah, no Liz and Neil this week again. This is like the second week in a row. I feel like we haven't had them.
And you know what? I do like Liz.
Very back
I
burner.
needed the break. Because
I get that.
Neil's getting too handsy with her and I don't like it.
Yeah, that was just like when I was talking on General Hospital recently, the 93. I'm like, I needed a break from the one storyline, and they gave us a whole week without it. I was like, yes. It was nice. Because one character sometimes gets shit on too much, and it's kind of hard to watch.
Yeah,
Like, it's almost depressing.
right.
So I get it. And the same with Liz. Like, Neil's manhandling her all the time, and then, like, that's getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I remember from that storyline, actually.
So we have 3 more weeks until Doug and Julie leaves. Just to give you a little preview of what to expect. And I did a little research into some like internet archive old days fan pages. And I found some like significant dates on did you ever go to a page called Beth's Days page?
Yeah, I actually got tapes, I think, from her
Oh
back
really?
in the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
clearly her site has been inactive for a very long time. But and she had like a page called Significant Dates for like at least a decade worth of years. So I went to 84. And it looks like this storyline pretty much is over by May 12th. So we have about 2.5 months until this is over.
Which storyline?
This serial killer storyline, I guess.
Oh, the killer. All
It
right.
doesn't even feel
I'm
like
like Liz, Neil.
it doesn't even feel like a serial killer storyline anymore. It feels like that part's over because Roman's dead and like.
Yeah, he doesn't have to kill anymore. So
But I guess the
I
whole
guess it's
Phoenix, Tony, like this whole part of it will be over by then.
if if Phoenix talks.
Yeah,
We
maybe we'll finally see Phoenix.
won't.
I couldn't get
I
jumps.
don't have faith. We'll just see his hand and him petting his cat and smoking. It's sick.
Well, do you have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
No.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of Days of Our Lives 1984. As always, you can find us on all the socials and on Patreon for exclusive content at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.